La 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 la. Happy Halloween to you. Ho, 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 ho. Sadly, my internet issues persist. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. This is a big new release day, and on a day like today, I would normally say, hey, get ready for a brand new game and a brand new playthrough, and we'd all be excited, but I have no idea what's going to happen. I'll tell you all about what's happening, what the solution is, and more on today's Level 1 podcast. Shut the fuck up. No one cares about your fucking podcast. God damn it. I renewed my internet packages, meaning my 3-year agreements that I had with Comcast had expired, and they were going to charge me ginormous full price. And I said, well, I'm not paying ginormous full price for this. I need to go into new 3-year agreements. So the new 3-year agreements, one of them included, and I didn't even know this, a backup 4G wireless cellular internet device. By the way, if you're wondering what that noise is, that humming, I have no fucking clue. It sounds like something outside. It's really annoying. I'm going to have to close the window if it keeps up. It's actually driving me nuts. What is it? Hear it? Oh, I think someone's doing lawn work around here. I think that's what it is. What a complete asshole. You know, Comcast, like I said when I called them yesterday, they don't know shit. The people they have on the customer service line are literally that, just customer service reps. They don't know anything technical at all. All they do is sit there and read a checklist. And they're nice. They try to be nice or whatever. But I tell them, as soon as I start talking to this person, I'm like, there's no way you can help me. I'm going to tell you the whole situation. You're not going to understand what I'm saying. So I tell them the whole situation. They don't understand what I'm saying. They, kick it off to someone else. Oh, they don't know what I'm saying. Okay, we need a tech out there. Okay, that's what I thought. Fucking stupid. This is pretty funny. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have some insano conspiracy theories. We have people literally saying things like, what if this is an elaborate detractor's plot? I'm serious. People are saying this. What if people who don't like you have set this up to ruin you or whatever? All right? Well, I would say a few things. Number one, if this is an elaborate detractor plot, this is probably the most elaborate plot ever. Like, this is more elaborate than them catfishing me for 1.5 years and pretending to be someone else to become a moderator and then pretend to be my friend, but then try to, hurt me or leak information or get me banned. And that happened twice. Oh, here we go again. Seriously, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of these fuckheads. Stupid fucking trolls, man. That literally happened twice in my years as a content creator. And this is, I'd say this more elaborate than that. This is more elaborate than them completely fabricating this situation with fucking mobile games, providing years apparently of fake Discord chats and completely falsified information about bank statements, all the shit they've done there, right? It's more elaborate than that. It's more elaborate than when we had a fake escort, right? That didn't exist, but was, again, more catfishing, fooling people with all this fake information. It's the most elaborate thing they've ever done. But you know what? It's not impossible. I would say it's not impossible. Seriously, I wouldn't put anything past anyone because people are absolutely insane. And you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Is there someone who works at Comcast who has control over this kind of shit, has a bug up their ass about me, and is willing to risk their job to fuck with me? Maybe. Because some people have said, well, I don't understand, Phil. If your internet's screwed up, why about your neighbors? Well, my neighbors wouldn't be affected. Why? They would only be affected if the internet outright went down. I have completely different hardware and a completely different setup than them. I have all business class modems and different accounts. They don't have that. They just have residential internet that's called Xfinity. Mine's a completely different thing. So that's why, even though I'm using the same lines as them, unless it's an outright, oh, internet's completely out, they likely would have no idea that I have any problems because we're on different lines and everything, different accounts and everything. You see what I'm saying? Now, what's funny is Tyler in the chat says, really, dude, you're not that important. I know. No one cares. Literally no one with a brain cares. All right, chaps, no one's going to fucking sit here and talk about drama and shit. We're here to have fun with games. That's all I was ever here for. I know. Tyler, I think you have reached my point. I'm not important. I'm Joe Nobody. I have a little presence on the internet, right? A few hundred viewers a stream, a few thousand viewers a video, if that. Probably 1,000 people on this planet who genuinely like what I do and support it. But I'm able to make a living doing it. And a lot of people have issue with that. They don't like that I can still be successful. You know what I'm saying? They hate me for some reason, and you tell me that doesn't make sense. You're right, it doesn't make sense. Ugh, I really hate trolls, man. It's so annoying. I agree with you, Tyler. That's my point. None of this makes any sense. Would you have catfished people for a year and a half to pretend to be someone to become a moderator of mine? Would you have elaborately invented a bunch of falsified information about mobile gaming? Would you have pretended to be an escort, faking that you were visiting me and doing all this for like a 6-month period? Do you see what I'm saying? None of this makes sense. Absolutely none of it makes any sense at all, and it's all happened. So I wouldn't put it past someone to say they're nuts, they're complete losers, and they're wasting their life, and they're actually risking their livelihood to fuck with me. I don't think that's the case. I think that's the wildest conspiracy theory. Without any factual evidence or any justification, they just want to believe it. They will live in this fucking weird-ass fantasy world. Okay? But it's a possibility, right? I guess the weirdest thing about it is that the way the internet blipped out, we were live streaming Spider-Man, and it went from green to red, and then right back to green within 60 seconds. So within a minute, everything was back up and running. And that makes me feel like that's a firmware update. You know what I mean? Because if it was a DDoS attack, which it's not, because no one has my ISP or my IP, but if it was a DDoS attack by some random reason, let's say someone does have a bug up their ass about me or whatever, my whole modem would have had to cycle and restart, and that takes a while. And I would have noticed that, and that's not what happened. It just went bloop, and then bloop, came right back, and I was able to stream within 60 seconds. So it definitely feels to me like that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But what happened and what changed and what is screwing with my internet, I don't know. I really feel like it's a DNS issue, because how is it that I can half connect to the internet but not fully? How is it that only one device is working and not others? How is it that when we tried changing the DNS address to to Google or Cloudflare servers, that I was able to at least partially get on the net? Right? So that's got to be it. Now the question is, what's the solution? I don't know. Now what do we do? Now I got to fuck around, try to get a hotspot working and dicking around with that. And it's not fun, you know? You just want to have a day when it's my one day off a week. All I want to do is relax. Well, I got to waste an hour on the phone with Comcast in the morning. I got to be driving around all day hitting up all these appointments because it's the only time I can do it. And then when I come home, nothing's working properly, and I got to do like a bootleg way to get everything working, and it's like, oh my God. Stress, 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 stress. It's supposed to be my day off. And this is just Stressville, right? Stress City. Right now, sitting here with you guys, I'm stressed out. I'm completely stressed out. I just want this whole fucking thing resolved so that we can move on. People who don't do this want to believe that this is like some kind of an amazing stress-free dream job, and they aspire because they want to do it, right? When they see someone who can make a living streaming or making content on YouTube, they're like, man, that's the dream. That's what I want to do. They don't want to hear that it's a grind. They don't want to hear that it's a ton of time constraints and a crunch, and that there's a lot of stress and responsibility behind it. They just want to believe that it's like some crazy ass like paradise fantasy, you know? It's just like any other job. There's a lot of stuff attached to it that makes it stressful. But again, I'm certainly not downplaying the fact that it's fun as hell. I'm just saying it's you know, there is stress and things attached to it that makes it very different from it being an unwinding style stream. You know what I mean? And we can enjoy Alan Wake 2 and all the other game releases and get fully back into our swing. Like today, I was supposed to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and be able to review it. I can't even log into my React channel right now because it doesn't work in the Firefox browser, so I can't even access it or upload anything to it. So there's no Five Nights at Freddy's review right now. There's no way I could even do it until this issue's resolved. Why is that? I have no idea. And we got to figure that out. Right? I have a Halloween marathon I've been planning all fucking month. And everyone's excited for it. You want to see me dressed up in costume, doing various things. Will the internet work on Tuesday? Nope. So yeah. That was my day off. It was frustration and stress all day. And it's not good. You know? And I've had enough of the baloney. I just had enough of it. I just want to be able to go on with my life and have, you know, do normal shit like everybody else. Instead, I got to have stress constantly all around me with this nonsense. So, hopefully, the person who shows up is smart and you know, kind and understanding and will be here until we solve the issue. Really. Because I'm nervous. I'm nervous this person will show up and not be able to fix it. And what happens? Right? Well, it's my internet. I need internet to run my business. So what happens? What's the next step? Right?
Now, I have the best internet available. In fact, recently Comcast upgraded my internet. I now have 300 megabytes per second download, 30 megabytes per second upload. So I have the best available internet there is.
You know, so we'll see what happens and we'll go from there. Now, if you want to help right now, yeah, I'm not gonna lie and I'm not gonna fucking pussyfoot around it. Right now, my work is completely uncertain. I lost out on an hour of Spider-Man streaming. I lost out on a nice stream of Mario. And today, this stream is uncertain, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing in the near future. This is not good, because I run a business where every time I stream, I'm supposed to be raising money to pay everything around here. If I can't make the content you want, I'm not going to get the support I need to keep my business operating. All right? So if you want to help out right now, here's what you can do. Support however you can. If you can't do anything crazy, like the content and leave comments on it. That engagement will help the channel. If you can go above and beyond doing that, and you want to do more, please support in some way on today's live stream right now.
Colors.
So you're a liar.
Would you like to know your lucky color?
You're a scammer and a liar.
Lucky color, eh?
I understand. Super chat, memberships, gifted memberships, tips. Okay? If you're watching on demand, you can leave a super thanks on an on-demand video. You can do a tip, but just by looking at the description of any video, there's a link there to send a tip. That's how you can help. And there's nothing else I can say. You know, it sucks because I just want to put out the content you want. That's all I want to do. I don't want to be interrupted. I don't want to have to sit here and mess around. This is stupid. But it's my life right now. I have to deal with it. So that's how you can help.
The people who pay your fucking Comcast bill, because we all know you don't have a fucking job.